The job market is frozen. You are spending hours on perfect resumes, submitting dozens of applications and getting nothing but automated rejections. Today, we'll talk about the 2026 Job Hunt Playbook that works in the current market to help you land your next job. Here's the truth. 99.9% of those job applications are shredded by AI before a human ever looks at them. You're fighting a machine and you're losing because you're playing by old rules. I have hired hundreds of people into startups and big tech, and most recently, I was a senior director at Google. I understand how hiring managers think, and I have seen how the system works from the inside. The playbook I'm sharing today isn't the generic advice your career counselor gave you in 2022. This is a guide to winning in the era of tech-driven hiring. If you're looking for your first job out of college, or if you're a seasoned pro looking for the next gig, watching this will save you months of frustration. I'll show you how to go from applying from random jobs to successfully getting into companies you actually want to join. So let's dive in. We have to be honest, the 2026 job market is in a deep freeze. Between macroeconomic shifts and the AI integration anxiety, companies aren't just hesitant, they are paralyzed. And if you're a new grad or a professional looking for growth, you have probably realized that the old advice, tweak your resume and apply online, is a death sentence for your career. If you're watching this, you have felt the silence after 50 applications. That's because you are fighting an automated system designed to keep you out, not to let you in. You get well-intentioned but outdated advice from peers and coaches. To connect with the person building a team in the company you are targeting, you need to understand their perspective and navigate the broken system. To land a role today, you don't need a better resume. You need a different strategy. You need a playbook that uses the very technology that's currently freezing the market. I'm gonna show you how to navigate this uncertainty using the same knowledge I use to build teams at the top of big tech. Number 1, the pro mindset. Step 1 of the playbook is the one most people skip because they think it's just motivation. It's not. It's the pro mindset. Most people look at a job as a list of benefits and a paycheck. But from the perspective of a hiring director, a job is a problem that needs solving. When we hire at the highest levels, we aren't just looking for skills. We are looking for someone who can join a collective and execute under pressure. If you want a professional grade salary, you cannot have an amateur grade job hunt. You have to treat this search with the same systematic rigor you would use on the job. That means moving from a passive seeker to an active operator. Here are the 3 pillars of the pro mindset. Number 1, organize yourself, the CRM method. When you work for a corporation, you are supposed to consistently dedicate time and energy, set goals and milestones, and deliver outcomes while continue to acquire skills to do your job. When you are in a job hunt, it is easy to feel frustrated, hopeless, discouraged. So you need some method and structure. Set your work environment to protect your focus and attention. Plan your weekly schedule as you would if you were at work. Set time and goals for networking, job searches and applications. Work on your portfolio and learning and upskilling. Treat your job hunt like a sales pipeline. You need a CRM approach. Define a list of target companies and plan your strategy to get to them. Track your leads and opportunities. If I ask you right now the status of an application you sent 3 weeks ago and you have to check your email, you have already lost. Professionals own their data. Number 2, continuous learning, the better state. A job hunt might take a long time, and in this market, your skills have a shelf life of about 6 months. The value of experience decays quickly if you have not exercised it. The pro mindset requires you to be in a permanent beta state. While you are hunting, you should be upskilling. Don't just tell them you can learn quickly. Show them what you learned while you're looking for the job. For example, with time in your hands, there is absolutely no excuse for you not to be an expert in using the latest AI tool in the job you are looking for. And number 3, find mentors and peers. The lone wolf is an endangered species. The job market is too complex to navigate alone. You need a board of advisors. Identify people in your life who can provide endorsement, guidance, and feedback. Ask someone who is a hiring manager to review your resume or portfolio. Don't be shy. Connect with peers in the trenches with you so you get a pulse of what is happening in the market. Mentors give you the map, and peers give you the real-time intel on which companies are actually hiring and which ones are just ghost posting to look busy. The step 2 in our playbook, digital footprint audit. Once you pass the initial AI filters, you hit the most critical stage of the 2026 job hunt, the verification layer. In the age of generative AI, anyone can look like a superstar on paper. As a hiring manager, I go straight to the web to see if the person matches the paper. If your digital presence is a ghost town, or worse, a contradiction, the interview ends before it starts. Here is how you audit your presence for maximum trust. The consistency check. Your resume and your LinkedIn profile must mirror each other. Recruiters use tools that cross-reference your resume against your LinkedIn. If dates or titles don't match, the algorithm flags as a discrepancy before a human ever sees it. If you claim to be a full-stack software engineer, I would expect you to have an active GitHub account. Are you a great social media manager? I will take a look at your LinkedIn account and check the social presence of your previous employer. What is the most effective way for you, the candidate, to both facilitate and direct that investigation? Follow this advice and you're going to multiply your chances of being called for an interview. You need a live personal work portfolio that is easily linked from your resume and LinkedIn profile. You might ask, what is a work portfolio? It is a website where a hiring manager can quickly find credible evidence of claims in your resume, samples of work you have actually done, specs of products you have helped to build, landing pages you have designed, projects you have contributed to. You might add a personal introduction video that shows you are a real person, not only a name on a resume. Having a portfolio lets people see your previous work with you directing the first impression. If you don't have a portfolio, I will use search to find things about you at random. So here is the takeaway checklist for you. Sync. Make sure your LinkedIn profile matches reality and your resume. Evidence. The portfolio with links to real work you have done in the past. Personality. Publish an authentic intro video where you create a first impression to the hiring manager. And security. Scrub high conflict public social data. Check your personal accounts and make sure there is no content that's going to offend the hiring manager. Step 3 of the playbook. Target winning companies. If you're still browsing job boards and clicking apply, you are participating in a lottery where the odds are stacked against you. Recruiters are drowning in thousands of AI-optimized resumes, and they don't look at the pile. They look at 2 things. Number 1, referrals, job applications that are endorsed by employees of the company, and targeted talent. They actively recruit people who are employed doing the work they are recruiting for. This is a strategic shift for you. To win, you must abandon the role-driven search and switch to a company-driven strategy. Stop looking for a job and start looking for the room. Here is how you engineer your way in. Number 1, build your target list. Don't spray and pray. Select 10 to 20 target companies where you actually have a competitive advantage, whether it's your domain expertise, the cultural fit, or geographic preference. Treat this like a sales funnel. Put those companies into a spreadsheet or a Trello board. This is your hit list. Number 2, the referral loop. Before you look at a single job posting, look at the people. Go to LinkedIn and map out the nodes. Who do you know and who are they connected to? If there is a suitable job posting for the company you are targeting, don't apply. Instead, find a connection and ask for a referral. If there isn't a posting, reach out anyway. Ask, I have been following your company. How should I be preparing my portfolio to be a fit for future roles there? You aren't asking for a job, you are asking for the blueprint. And number 3, activate your invisible network. You might think you don't have a network, but your network isn't just CEOs. It's your professors, your friends' parents, and your former colleagues. In 2026, the best jobs never hit the public boards. They are filled in the hidden market through casual conversations. Say you are at a cousin's wedding and meet Uncle John. Take an authentic interest in his work and ask for his advice. You are looking for job opportunities to grow, how to explore a role in his industry. You shouldn't be surprised if he offers to introduce you to a manager who might be looking for someone. Do that 100 times and I can guarantee you your odds are infinitely higher than submitting 1,000 random job applications. The bottom line, you can still submit random applications as a last resort, but only after you have exhausted your target list. Remember, professionals build pipelines, amateurs buy lottery tickets. And we get to step 4 in the playbook, the interview psychology. If you have reached the interview stage, congratulations. You have already beaten the AI. Out of hundreds of competitors, you are the one that I, the hiring manager, have chosen to spend my most valuable resource, my time. Here's a secret from 30 years of hiring at startups and big tech. I am on your side. Every time I walked into an interview room, I am silently praying that you are the one. I have a massive problem, an open role, a delayed project, or a stressed team, and I want you to be the solution. I don't want to interview 50 more people. I want you to be the perfect match so I can stop looking. When you realize that the stakes are just as high for me as they are for you, the power dynamic shifts. You aren't here to beg for a job. You are here to confirm my hypothesis that you are the right candidate. So don't walk in with the anxiety of a candidate. Walk in with the confidence of someone who is my solution. Your job is to confirm what I already want to believe, that you fit the culture, you can handle the tech, and you will make my life easier. So if you spend the interview focusing on confirming those 3 things, the offer is yours to lose. Now, psychology is 80% of the battle, but the other 20% is execution. Because the process of interviewing is imperfect, you need to master the mechanics, how to structure your stories, how to handle stress questions, and how to close the deal. I have built a separate deep dive interview success guide that breaks down the exact frameworks we use to evaluate candidates at Google, Big Tech, and any other company. You can find that video linked in the description. Watch it, practice the frameworks, and walk into that room ready to be lucky. And to close, luck isn't random. Luck is what happens when 30 years of tech strategy meets your hard work and preparation. This channel is dedicated to giving you the secrets to not just land a job, but to dominate your career in an AI-driven world. If you found this playbook helpful, hit subscribe and join the community. I am Marcio, and I see you in the next episode of CareerZ Cast.